You are a safety professional and you know what is safety. By the conceptual aspect, safety full form might be S for search the hazard, A for analyze the risk, F for find the cause, E eliminate the cause, T tell to others, and why you are safe. But my personal point of view about the term safety is, you can say safety stands for stay alert for every task you do. I tried to cover the meaning, the concept, and the idea of the word safety. But today I'm not talking about safety. Many times my viewers and colleagues, they are asking, sir, you are not sharing specific responsibilities of an environmental officer or a coordinator. Always you are talking for safety officers, job interview questions, safety officer roles and responsibilities. That's why today I'm going to share the responsibilities of an environmental officer or a coordinator. So, without wasting time, let's begin. Dear friends and fellows, the role of an environmental officer in a construction project is crucial for ensuring that all activities are conducted in an environmentally responsible manner. This professional is responsible for integrating environmental considerations into every phase of the construction process, from planning and design to execution and completion. By doing so, the environmental officer helps to mitigate negative environmental impacts, ensure regulatory compliance, and promoting sustainable construction practices. An environmental officer's duties encompasses a wide range of responsibilities, including conducting environmental impact assessments, monitoring site activities, implementing pollution control measures, preparation and development of CEMP, construction environmental management plan, and lastly, managing waste. They work closely with the project managers, engineers, and contractors to ensure that environmental regulations are followed and that best practices are implemented. Their proactive approach to environmental management not only protects natural resources but also enhances the reputation and credibility of the construction project. Ultimately, the environmental officer plays a pivotal role in creating a balance between development and environmental preservation, ensuring that construction projects are not only successful but also sustainable. I hope this was a short introduction of environmental officer roles and responsibilities. Before going in depth, I would like to memorize you that you are on the platform of Safety First Life. Today, we are discussing about the roles and responsibilities of an environmental officer or a coordinator. If you are visiting for the first time, kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for all future notifications. And if you find the video informative, then like, comment and share it with your friends and colleagues. I'll highlight now the roles and responsibilities of an environmental officer. Number one duty is audit and inspection coordination. An environmental officer, a coordinator, has to ensure, first of all, compliance, collaborate with audit and inspection teams to verify adherence to environmental plans. Secondly, alignment with specifications. Ensure all activities conform to relevant specifications and the company's environmental management systems. Thirdly, identifying non-compliance, Meticulously coordinate to identify potential non-compliance issues early. Fourthly, safeguarding reputation. Prevent significant problems that could affect the organization's reputation and legal standing. When an environmental coordinator or officer, he or she will audit and inspect a construction project. As a minimum, he or she will ensure compliance, alignment with specifications, identifying non-compliance, and how to safeguard the repute of the organization. The second important role of an environmental officer is environmental project management. Here, he or she has to make project environmental plan development, assist in designing, preparing, implementing, and maintaining comprehensive environmental project plans. Secondly, monitoring progress. Ensure project progress aligns with environmental goals and timelines. Thirdly, goal achievement. Steer projects toward sustainability, anticipating future needs and challenges. Third important responsibility of an environmental officer is pollution and waste management. Firstly, he or she is responsible to control pollution by implementing effective measures to minimize environmental impact. Secondly, waste management plans. He or she has to develop and execute plans for recycling, hazardous substance removal, and hydrocarbon management. Thirdly, conservation efforts focus on conserving local flora and fauna. Fourthly, water management. Ensure water use and disposal comply with legislative and contractual requirements. Dear friends and fellows, very important points. In very simple and easy words, if you are going to appear for the position of environmental officer or an environmental coordinator or engineer. Number 4, documentation and compliance. The key role and responsibility of an environmental officer is to maintain and produce accurate documentation. Ensure all environmental documents and records are meticulously filed according to the contract filing system. Secondly, regulatory compliance. Oversee environmental operations to guarantee permit renewals and adherence to regulations. Thirdly, site inspections. Conduct regular site inspections to ensure ongoing compliance. Fifth important responsibility of an environmental officer is training and team support. Here the important point is team training. Provide comprehensive training on environmental protocols and best practices. Secondly, continuous learning. Foster a culture of continuous learning and environmental stewardship. Number 3, team empowerment. Empower team members to take proactive steps in protecting the environment. As a team leader, it's your responsibility. You are environmental coordinator or engineer or an officer. You need to provide training. You need to consider continuous learning process, and you have to empower your team, because if they are not empowered, how they can execute their responsibilities, their duties, their roles in an efficient and productive way. Environmental coordinator, sixth responsibility is regulatory and operational oversight. Here, an environmental engineer or coordinator should ensure regulatory compliance, ensure operations comply with evolving state and local environmental regulations. Secondly, cross-functional collaboration. Work with teams to maintain robust monitoring programs and management systems. Thirdly, operational alignment. An environmental officer has to align all operations with the latest environmental standards and best practices. Point number 7, environmental risk management. Key point. First of all, he or she is responsible for risk identification. Identify potential environmental risks. Secondly, mitigation plans. Develop and implement effective mitigation plans. Thirdly, corrective actions. Analyze root causes of environmental issues and plan appropriate corrective actions. Very simple. How to manage environmental risk? By identification, then mitigation, and lastly, corrective actions. Those are effective and appropriate by identifying the root causes of environmental issues. Number 8, continuous improvement and documentation. It is the responsibility of an environmental officer to maintain documentation, keep comprehensive records for all environmental operations. Secondly, collaborate with management. Work with management to continuously upgrade environmental activities and schedule periodic maintenance. Thirdly, update environmental policies. Keep regulatory documents and environmental policies up to date and accessible. Point number 9, another key responsibility of an environmental officer is sustainability and waste reduction. Here, he or she need to identify improvements, identify areas for reducing environmental waste and damage. Secondly, contamination control. Develop and implement programs to minimize hazards and prevent accidents. Thirdly, promote sustainability. Very important point. Help the organization reduce its environmental footprint through sustainable practices. Another key role, the last point. Point number 10, cross-functional collaboration. Here, he or she need to integrate environmental considerations. Work closely with various departments to integrate environmental considerations into all operations. Secondly, promote sustainable practices. Encourage the adoption of sustainable practices across the organization. Thirdly, shared environmental responsibility. Ensure environmental responsibility is a shared value within the organization. It is not only the responsibility of environmental officer, engineer, or a coordinator. It is the responsibility of the whole management, project team, and the construction staff on site. In many organizations, there is no separate position for environmental officer or engineer. But if you are an environmental officer or if you are an HSC officer or engineer, it is your responsibility, and at least you should be able to know these 10 key points, because it will cover whole of your role as an environmental coordinator. Dear friends and fellows, you are on the platform of Safety First Life. Today I'm discussing about the roles and responsibilities of an environmental officer. Let us conclude this short training session. The role of an environmental coordinator, officer, or engineer is to ensuring that organizations operate sustainably and in compliance with environmental regulations. By managing a wide array of responsibilities, from coordinating audits and inspections to developing comprehensive environmental project plans, the environmental coordinator helps to minimize the environmental impact of organizational activities. Their efforts in pollution control, waste management, and conservation initiatives are vital for protecting natural resources and promoting ecological balance. Moreover, you need to remember the environmental coordinator plays a critical role in fostering a culture of environmental responsibility within the organization. Through training, continuous improvement initiatives, and cross functional collaboration, they empower teams to adopt sustainable practices and adhere to regulatory standards. By proactively identifying and mitigating environmental risks, maintaining accurate documentation, and ensuring regulatory compliance, the environmental coordinator not only safeguards the organization's legal standing but also enhances its reputation and commitment to sustainability. Ultimately, their work is essential in driving the organization towards a more sustainable future, balancing economic goals with environmental stewardship. Dear friends and fellows, we have only one sun, one earth, so we have shared responsibilities as well. Protect the environment, control the pollution, and reduce the waste as much as possible, because ultimately you are deteriorating, you are reducing the natural resources, and these resources are also the property of upcoming generations. So we are responsible, we are accountable, and we are the one who can protect the environment, who can maintain ecological balance. Otherwise, ecology and environment will take revenge, and there is no way to stay friendly on this earth. For now, that's all. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and share the video. Hope to see you soon with a new HSC tutorial. Until then, take care. Good luck and goodbye.